What is this? What is anime? Everything begins with the Japanese manga. Read from back to front, these Japanese comic books have been around since 1947, and to this day, over hundreds of millions of copies are sold every year.
It's over 9,000!
Animation companies such as Sunrise Inc., Toei Animation, or Madhouse keep their eyes out for manga that could be made into highly popular animated TV series. It can take weeks, months, or even years for a studio to develop a full season of anime. In America, we think of cartoons as something we'd watch growing up, something fun and cheesy, comedic and goofy. Anime is different because unlike in America, many of the stories occupy several genres to appeal to an insanely massive potential audience. The fans of anime range from little kids to the 62-year-old Harvard professor, Susan Napier, who teaches lectures on anime in her classes. But because anime comes from Japan, it's fair to wonder how so many people have come to discover it.
Favorite anime? I gotta start with the OG Naruto. Like, I started watching them when I was a kid. It was just like so. I just found the concept of Naruto so cool with like ninjas and chakras and them having different powers.
So it was actually during Hurricane Sandy. My power ended up being out 10 days after the storm hit. I was sleeping over at my friend's house because they had their electricity on, running water and everything. He told me about this thing called anime, and I'd heard of it, but I'd never actually watched it. So I think it was Naruto. But he ended up showing it to me, and I was like, wow, this is actually really cool. Like, there's a lot of really cool action scenes. It reminds me of something straight out of like some kind of action movie or something. Not a chance. Not a chance just for children. There's a lot of mature themes in a lot of different animes about sexual violence.
It's animated video, you know, I guess you can say cartoonish, but no one likes that word, cartoon, in the anime community.
By far, not just for kids. In fact, it's like I'd go as far to say half of the anime out there are not for kids.
Anime is more than a cartoon.
I am a certified anime expert. I would be the only expert you could possibly interview. And that is not just because Gail. I've watched Naruto, I've watched One Piece, I've watched Fairy Tail, I've watched Black Butler, I've watched Dragon Ball. Anime has deeply rooted into my life. Anime is about compelling the audience into feeling a very huge amount of emotion. Well, here's the thing. It's come to a consensus that anime is one particular genre that everyone who doesn't like anime can never get into it. If you're into anime, you're gonna love it. And if you're not, then you're not gonna. But here's the thing, anime is just another world in itself. Because there's many genres in anime. There's always something for everyone. And you should totally just go in and discover it yourself. It's not up to anime to prove its own worth, because we all know that it's worth something, because there's millions and millions of fans, whether it be in Japan or other countries or even here. I am an expert, okay?
The show I started to watch, I watched the first 3 episodes and I absolutely fucking loved it, called One Punch Man. It was a cartoon from Japan. I guess they're called anime, which I did know that. But I didn't realize it was such a divisive thing to say that you liked a show that was anime, all right? And the fucking responses that I got, dude, are you fucking drunk? Oh my God, you're into anime? And then other people just like, this is like the greatest day ever.
So maybe you haven't seen anime. Or maybe you haven't seen the right anime. But there should be no doubt about the influence it has, counting for the millions of viewers scattered across dozens of countries. If you haven't seen an anime or have never enjoyed one, that's okay. But just remember that behind the shades of traditional mainstream media and entertainment, there lies an imperium of animation unlike any other, and that is anime.
how do you watch anime?
Illegally. No, I'll do that legit.
How can you watch anime without it being illegal?
Well, for watching anime, there's a lot of illegal ways of streaming it, but I try to stay more towards the legal side. So, there's sites like Crunchyroll, that's a lot of people use that. Late nights on Cartoon Network, there's Toonami, the Toonami block that has a bunch of classic anime, like Dragon Ball Z, Gurren Lagann, Cowboy Bebop. Those are legal ways of watching it, but you could buy the DVDs, even though that's not as...
Nobody does that.
It's harder. It's harder to do that. It's honestly much easier in this day and age just to go with Crunchyroll.
Okay. I think it's